Welcome everyone, Christine here with my essential campaign guide for Golgfag Maneater, who starts with a tier 2 camp over here in Nordland, and he starts with the choice of who he wants to fight early on, between Ostland and Nordland. I would firmly recommend fighting Nordland because you will get bigger benefits from it. Though keep in mind the contract rewards at the start are randomized, so you may get better rewards from fighting Ostland. But here's the thing. If you go fight Nordland, you might have a trickier battle over here early on at their capital. But this particular province does give you Tanner's Place, which gives you tradable resources, and crucially, missile resistance for all armies, and meat generated for all armies in province. Also timber, which reduces construction costs, and gives you more tradable resources. But it is really up to you. This particular video is going to be made on the basis of going to fight Nordland. You start with a butcher, so you get casualty replenishment here. You get pigback riders, 2 of them, 1 unit of Noblars, 2 units of man-eaters, 1 of them Golgfag Maneaters, the other one man-eaters with iron fists, 2 units of ogre bulls, 1 lead belcher unit, 1 Noblar scrap launcher. So you have artillery. Now between these 2 armies, Nordland is actually easier because you have artillery and your lead belchers can do a lot of damage. So you can decide to just sit back, let your artillery do some damage, and then once that's done, wipe them out with melee. Now at the beginning here, go declare war on the Ungol Kindred and accept this contract. From my experience, you will generally get more meat from fighting Nordland than you would Ostland. Now, I am using AR mods for the sake of this video, just to save up on time, but I firmly recommend you fight these battles manually if you're actually playing campaign. Go for the meat. You could go for replenishment, but I would recommend going for the meat. And before we move, we want to get Inspiring Presence through its Marcher. We want to get the extra casualty replenishment right here. And what we want to do here, because you start with no settlement, that means the first settlement you take is going to become your capital. So bear that in mind. Now, over here, I would recommend just getting, you can get the Bruiser Lord. So over here I'm gonna go with Flabby. Getting a Bruiser Lord, transferring enough meat, not all of it crucially, but enough meat to this camp to start getting it to tier 3. And then recruiting another Lord, an Ogre Paymaster or whatever you want to, Slaughter Master if you want magic. Depends on the traits, potentially. In this case I am going to go with the Paymaster and starting to recruit Ogre Bulls with dual weapons. You could just take the settlement and start recruiting Ogre Bulls, but it will take you longer to get to the settlement. And that means Theodric over there will recruit some units. The army that you have there to deal with isn't a particularly big challenge. Though I believe they have removed... Well, you still have Wallbreaker for certain units like your heroes, but a lot of units I guess have had Wallbreaker removed. But you still still start with artillery. Your lords do still have Wallbreaker. Your lords, your heroes still have Wallbreaker, so you have less wall breaking ability, but it's still there. You may also, I forgot to do that, that's on me. But I should be able to have enough movement range to attack that settlement next turn. Don't give all of your food right there, by the way, because you will want it. If you give all your food to your camp, Golgfag's replenishment will drop off a cliff. You can worry about that in a bit. So you want to take Nordland. That will go a long way towards fulfilling your contract over here. You can recruit some Ogre Bulls with dual weapons. Don't even bother with regular Ogre Bulls. And it will take one extra turn beyond this for Theodoric Gausner to actually recruit units here. So you can just put the settlement under siege to prevent him from recruiting. Now, if you feel you can't deal with this in a siege, maybe you can't, you can just keep the siege up and retreat. You're not necessarily rushing over here, but in this case, but this army will absolutely win this particular battle. Partly because of Empire settlement layouts that make it very easy to take them. So a lot of Empire settlements have significant parts of them that are very, very easy to attack without taking too much damage. The only issues here would be the crossbowmen, but yeah. So just take over the settlement, loot and occupy it, because you do want to get a rebellion here. And now, we transfer more meat over here, because we want to construct additional buildings right here. One of the ones we do want to construct very quickly is to get the spare tent for the extra local recruitment capacity, or we can start getting a hunter recruitment building. That is up to you. So just finish dealing with Nordland. In terms of skill line, get a Rune Archer, Inspiring Presence, get Unstoppable Force, and get a large gut plate. It's not worth getting the army skills here. The reason is that you won't... That buffing Ogre Bulls is kind of pointless because you want to replace them anyway with Iron Gods, Man-Eaters, all that. So it's just not worth it. You can get some Ogre Bulls over here if you want to just, you know, get a massive unit. That's up to you. And once you... and you can close the contract over here. Actually, I think I will close the contract. So complete the contract. And when you complete the contract, don't stay at war. Finish them off. But get that meat. Because that meat is going to allow you to do a whole bunch of things. You don't need to worry too much about the... you don't need to worry too much about having... And yeah, transfer more meat over here to the camp if you want to. Or you can wait on that subject. But yeah, I would transfer all of the meat over here to the camp from the second army. So the meat you get through these battles will be split between the armies that you do have. It is good to have a good amount of meat on Golgfag, so that will make battles easier to manage. And next turn, we will get another contract. But here's the thing here. You kind of want to wait for that rebellion to happen, so that you can defeat the said rebellion, get more meat, more money, then accept a new contract from another faction. And you don't want to get the barracks you have to tier 3 as quickly as possible. Don't worry too much about upgrading this as quickly as possible, because realistically it is going to take some time. For the camp tyrant, try and get better camping as quickly as possible. Research wise, yeah, you can get camp huddle, but it's... And you will want it, but I would recommend going for tribal gathering. The way ogres work right now... and ooh, we got a nice lovely contract over there for money. So camp construction, brass keep, all that, okay. So just loot and occupy this particular settlement. The camp radius over here is fairly large, so just loot and occupy it. That won't quite trigger the rebellion over there, unless I move him over here. That said, the rebellion army might just, you know, move outside of the settlement. So northern camp will soon be ready. It's on the limit, so I kind of want to wait. Well, we'll see. If need be, I will raid my own settlement. So that's a lot of money that we have right there. Get more Ogre bills just to have them. Money is not a problem. You get so much money from contracts, you won't know what to spend it on. Now, that rebel army that just spawned may take your settlement, but it doesn't matter. You get food out of their way. And you might get another rebellion. Oh yes, Golgfag, the Master of Rebellions. So you get melee attack when fighting against a contract enemy, all that good stuff. Yeah, so that wasn't especially fucking great, was it? Okay. Still, at least they didn't attack the settlement, and that will give us a fire belly that we can then deal with. So contract-wise, you probably want to get the Nordland contract, but not necessarily here. Not this turn necessarily. Get more meat.
Noisy and I'm hungry. Kill 'em. Money back.
More recruitment options. And yeah, that's gonna deal with the rebellion.
Gets me what I want.
Also, get that lovely, lovely hunter.
Ogre hunter.
So next turn, and yeah, keep transferring the meat to the Nordland camp from this army. Don't worry, we'll get plenty of meat on this army, so it's not really a worry right now. Get training for the Ogre Tyrant, get Thunderbolt, and for Golgfag, only spend 3 skills regardless of what we're gonna spend. So spend, actually that's, no, only spend 5 skill points in total. So over here, I've spent 2, with 3, 5, and then save up for the special skill line. That would be my recommendation there. Okay, so one more turn. And then I could, you know, I could be able to afford other things. I'll keep Golgfag at max, food right now for a moment. But what we want to do over here is accept the Nordland contract. It is based on proximity to where you're close to someone with your territory. By the way, you can wipe out Osland if you want to at this stage, if that's your thing.
Man-eater, I'm gonna nap. The boss.
Be aware of dealing with Khazrak, because he is going to be annoying, though thankfully we do have a contract against Mr. Khazrak, so we can tell where he actually freaking is.
I spy loot. Cash in hand. On foot. Money to be.
So over here, what we want to do is we put them in a camp stance, and then we accept the Nordland contract.
If there's no gold, use a dinner. No
And that will allow us to teleport right here. And just recruit more units over here. No problem. You gotta decide what is important. You probably can't have both these things, so just bear that aspect in mind over here. But I would say getting a camp to a higher level, even if it slows you down in terms of getting lead belchers and iron guts, is from my point of view very much worthwhile. Be aware, Khazrak is probably going to come for one of your settlements, but you can track him if you get the bounty for him. And yeah, just take the Black Pit, give that back to Nordland, keep your movement range, get the food that you want, deal with the Black Pit, all that. And just recruit a lot of units. So let's see where Khazrak is. Oh, yeah. As I expected, he's right there. So just gonna get more units. Right here. Upgrade this this settlement. And we can even force march right here. And look, if we get ambushed, which can happen. If we get ambushed, don't worry. We got plenty of fucking ways to deal with this situation right here. Like, oh, we're gonna get ambushed. Golgfag does not give a fucking shit about getting ambushed. I can tell you that much for a fact. So over here, we might want that extra butcher capacity or just local recruitment capacity. One of those. So we might be ambushed by a bunch of greenskins, by Khazrak at the same time, but they won't have anything more than basic units. Like, so Kazrak here just decided to be stupid. The only thing he has dangerous. Okay, so you went for that Hearthstone. Okay, no problem. We'll just get a bunch of Ogre Bowls right there. Yep, I'll take that non-aggression pact. As expected. Yeah, this army annihilates this.
We'll make a fine stew.
The Might of Golgfag.
Maneater. Why not?
And don't worry too much about all of this. Now pay attention to what that contract is. So 400 and...
Motivating mercs.
Okay.
Let's fight.
Lady of the Glade.
And now we can start getting this to a heart here. We can also get that Fire Belly.
Tyrant of the tribe.
And start also working on increased hero capacity.
104. Avids. Didn't want it anyway. Rest now, travel later. Time to go. Faster, let's go. Money bag.
So Kazrak,
Clinking.
he may win this battle, he may not win this battle.
Golgfag.
We can complete the contract if we want to. But after we deal with Kazrak. Like, that's the thing. You got a contract. Don't be focused on finishing a war. Finish the contract, move on to the next one. That gives you money, that gives you power. Do things as quickly as possible. It says heroic victory, but bluntly, I ain't, like, the only thing he fucking has over here that's dangerous, and it's a siege. So good luck winning this one. Like, it says heroic victory, but Kazrak is not winning this fucking battle. And even if he does, who gives a shit, right? Basically. But seriously, he is not winning that battle. Because, like, even on a field fucking battle, he would not win that. I'm not exaggerating. Over there.
Money, Mark. Gimme. Think we should stay here.
Because the only thing he has beyond himself, and he is certainly not the greatest combat fighter in the world. The only thing he has are that one unit of Minotaurs. That is not fucking enough to stop that Ogre Garrison army. So now,
Get going.
what we can do over here, and what we might want to do, is just like, well, contract completed. We get paid, we move on. Maybe you want to delay the contract until, like, Kazrak... Yeah, make peace.
Let's see the cash.
Until Kazrak is,
Tyrant. Burning wonder.
closer to some other enemies. Start getting other buildings over here in this camp. And just get more buildings. Like, and transfer more meat. Or we can get another camp, but we don't necessarily need it right now. So we get a Marienburg contract right here, but we want to wait a bit because we don't have movement range, and yes, these guys could win against this. I mean, it's not a lot. It is a lot. Like, the reason these guys could win is because, yes, the Marauders are a joke, but not Marauder Berserkers. And also, they got enough skirmisher units to make our lives a bit difficult. But why deal with that when you can go beat up Kemmler and set up another camp? Or disband your current camp. Like, Kemmler, easy job. Like, this is something that I've seen happen. Like, you gotta understand, the wars you get, the contracts you get, will be dependent on who's at war with who. You do have various choices, right? Festus, Kazrak, Scaling, Azazel, etc., right? You do have those kind of decisions that you can make in a campaign. Weirdly enough, I've seen the Scaling come over here multiple times over, so let's just accept the Marienburg contract for a moment. Again, you don't have to give a shit about holding a contract. That's the sweet part. So all we need to do, over here, Beat this up, transfer the ogre bowls,
Prepare 'em for the pot.
teleport Golgfag
Mercenary lord.
after we transfer all of these ogre bowls. Yeah, I think I'll stay like that.
Golgfag the legend.
A step too far.
Gorge yourselves, world walker. Need eternal fire.
And then we could possibly get a contract with Castalton.
Biggest
Alright, get that campaign movement range and that's it. Save up for the special skill line. Get training. Get more mobility. Pretty damn useful. For him, you can get armor. For your mage, you do want to get, you know, magic. Like not combat, melee combat ability over here. So what we want... You can also increase hero capacity right here. But we want... It's a good question. What the hell do we want? Well, let's just say lead belcher recruitment is a hell of a drug. Although we might want to wait on that. Maybe just growth? Yeah, let's just go growth. Because why not? Get this element to as high of a level as possible, as quickly as possible. Now I could get another camp, but I just don't give a shit right now. No, I might leave one in Marienburg over here once I'm done with picking up Kemmler and taking back Marienburg. Or do we need to take back Marienburg? We don't. We might want to, but we could also take the entire settlement of Marienburg for ourselves. Become the new Marienburg. Okay, it's at this point we get a regiment renown. We do have a contract, a task to assassinate the character, so we're gonna need some assassination, gentlemen. And hopefully some of this will work.
The quarry is
Nope.
Legendary plunderer. Carve my
Hey,
name
try with all of them, right?
all in a day's
There it is.
work.
Brag the Gutsman.
Wanderer gold.
So now he's rank 13. We can get all of these skills, pretty much. Get Marienburg. We'll make it new and better and glorious.
Let's fight. I'm taking this.
And while our contract is not yet complete, don't worry about that,
I spy loot.
because we will complete it in due time. I mean, they do ask for a freaking lot, don't they?
Fight now. Pay later. Is it? Counting my tape. Money master. Let's get moving then.
Alright, get more growth right there.
Voice of the volcano.
Ooh. Celestial Loyalist.
You wouldn't see me coming.
Oh yeah, I should have probably attached Branded Gutsman.
World walker.
But we will take a new Marienburg and make it better and stronger and finer.
Talk and I'll pay.
Nope.
The wanderlust consumes me.
New sights, new eats. Wartime.
The ultimate predator.
Of hidden paths. Let's crush skulls. Have it. All to the man.
Says freaking 20, huh?
Golgfag.
Okay.
Money bag.
We got a lot of fucking meat, so we can even get the settlement to tier 5. Boom.
Get it done.
Boom, boom, boom. And even this army.
The boss.
Yeah, let's start getting man-eaters. Well, both of them, right? All the good stuff.
No. Man-eater. Getting bigger every
With the Gutsman, you want training. Colossal Strike is always a nice damn thing.
Tyrant says, I do.
Ward save for accompanying Lord. Does it stack? Maybe.
Legendary plunderer. Tyrant
And yeah, better
gets the
camping. Actually,
spoils.
yeah, what the hell am I doing over here with my life?
Won't stop till everything's mine.
Yeah, I don't need to retrain to get these buildings all over again.
Obey me.
And now we can start recruiting stuff.
Lucre. The work's on, but lucrative. Let's wait here and rest.
Both globally and locally.
In charge.
Well, look at that.
Madness! No!
Need something for disemboweling. Such trinkets I will uncover. Need biggest around.
I'm a bit miffed. I really am.
Ready,
That just means I'll keep the contract going for longer.
ready.
Well, the scaling didn't attack, weirdly enough. I think there's some pathfinding issues in regards to all of that. Either way,
Tyrant.
we got a camp, a new camp, and we can transfer some of that meat to the Marienburg camp and complete the contract, actually. That is a freaking ton of meat. Ah, you gotta love it. You do love it.
Why not, right? Golgfag. We'll get there. Yeah. Look at me. Might not need you now. In charge. Bloody order. You are
So I don't want to accept a new contract right away.
mine. Money master.
Yeah, get rid of the ogre bulls right here.
Might need to pay you some.
And just keep working your way towards... what you want to do is get gold standard for Sky Titan Plateau and Ogre Frong. So, yeah, you do want the bigger tins. I guess... No. Casualty replenished. So work your way over here.
More loot. More
Greater Girth.
killing, more loot.
Oh, and make sure you keep switching your camps. Like, if this bug is on launch version, yeah, just keep switching your camps
Rest later.
from raiding stands. Not really what you want to have over there.
Shiny new things.
But once you reach this point, it's all smooth sailing. So just pay attention to what you got.
Golgfag the Legend. New side.
So what I think I'll do here is take all of this territory of Marienburg and then teleport to deal with Kostaltin's issue, because he will survive for a while, I think. Or we can already accept Kostaltin's contract if we want to, really. There's nothing stopping us from doing so.
Dead. You've come to the right place. Money back.
Except, you know, the imminent threat of death and destruction. So a couple of turns later, Azazel is dead. Well, mostly, Kislev mostly cleaned up their own backyard, really, in this specific situation. So I was just like the vermin that was taking advantage of it all. But speaking of taking advantage, because Cathayan caravans go through the Empire and go through Kislev, you can even teleport to Cathay to get this, to then get vision on Goldtooth, and then, then, where is Greases? Then once you get vision on Goldtooth, you can just teleport to the fat bastard to teach him a proper lesson over here. Basically, beat up Greases, take his entire fucking empire for you. Or even go further, do the actual contract work for Greases, fight his enemies, build up all those wonderful things. But then, once you've completed a contract, you can just beat him up and take everything he owns, everything he has. Or you can just break the contract and just do that. Isn't a wise situation.
Sorry. Well, not sorry, but you know.
But still,
World Walker.
we can then do this.
Come on. Have your fill, man-eaters.
And yes, get the glorious Ogre Confederation going in this specific campaign. Though sadly enough, I will not keep Zarngrund. But we did get peace agreements. And you can do the same shit with Scrag as well. Golgfag Maneater, the true lord of the ogres. You just need a Cathayan contract. So be it Xiao Ming, Miao Yang, even the minor Cathayan factions, it doesn't matter. As long as you get the contract with them to be able to teleport in Cathay to get vision on Greases, you can do this shit. Isn't that fucking wonderful? Mind you, the most valuable thing is the actual Ivory Road in this campaign. Well, Karakazorn if we wanted to declare war on him. But keep in mind something about this. When you make peace with factions by canceling a contract, it does count as a diplomatic peace. So breaking that may not be the wisest move in the world. Just kind of worth saying. But yeah, this is a way to play Golgfag Maneater. Army-wise, yeah, just get tier 5, get Golgfag's Maneaters, get Maneaters with Ogre Pistols, Grey Weapons, Artillery, all those kind of things. It will work freaking great. It would be better if I did defeat, like in this case, I made the mistake by moving Golgfag, because I could have had enough movement range to actually fight Greases. And by defeating his army on the battlefield and letting him escape, I would have even gotten him directly right now. So, that is a way of doing it. Contracts, gentlemen. Contracts. Cosine, signing.